Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, the Problem Child. First off, I want to start this video off by saying I'm having technical problems with my camera, my computer. I don't know which one it is, but something is messed up on my computer. It's not my microphone. Sometimes the microphone isn't in all the way, so sometimes you get videos where the voice isn't on there. It's not my microphone. It's my camera. Keep freezing up on YouTube when I'm trying to record or something like that. And my what you call it, and it's not reading it sometimes. So first off, I want to say this for any of you guys that's computer savvy that wonder why my Albi OB player keep crashing and it keeps saying that my player is crashed and I need to re-upload. How can I stop that? Just send me some information on it just to help a brother out. That's all I ask. Thank you. But I want to get to this topic, the Brodus Clay thing. A lot of people ask me about my opinions on Brodus Clay. They asked me how I felt about it. And, at first I wasn't going to really say too much about it because you what is there really to say about the Brodus Clay situation? I mean, it is what it is. It's a stereotypical gimmick. We all know that. And, a lot of people that I find, I've been looking at a lot of videos and stuff, and a lot of people that I find that actually like this, they kind of look alike. Not like I'm saying all races look alike, but a few of the people do kind of have one similar trait to themselves. So, to me, that is what it is. But how can you sit up here and look me in the face and tell me that this Brodus Clay gimmick is such a success? How can you sit up here and tell me this? How can you sit up here and love this thing? I'm questioning it because WWE is doing what WWE has been doing for a while now. They keep force feeding us bullshit, and when we say that we don't like the shit that they keep giving us, they give us shit with sugar on it, and then they say, "Oh, okay." Then we go ahead and we accept the shit with the sugar. I don't understand that. The Brodus Clay thing is clearly a fucking racial gimmick, and you know it. I know it. We all know it. It is why are we still doing stuff like this in 2012? Why is it that Naomi is a dancer when she can out wrestle Alicia Fox? She can out wrestle, damn sure out wrestle Kelly and Caitlyn, but yet she's not on my TV wrestling. Yet I got to put up with bullshit from those three who can't wrestle and people take bathroom breaks from. Talk about trying to make the divas better, right? For the person that told me that I need to relax and I need to stay calm because Naomi was getting called up when I did my video on her doing that stupid gimmick in FCW. Yeah, I stayed calm and I waited. So, do you have any reply to what they done to Naomi now by making her just a stupid dancer? Okay. The thing with the Brodus Clay thing is, you people talking about where it can get over. It's the guy, the gimmick is fun, it works. Not in 2012. If they done this gimmick during the Hakeem days, it would have got over. If they done this during the days, it would have got over. But then when you think about it, people probably would have been laughing at him instead of with him, like they did Mark Henry with the sexual chocolate thing. People wasn't laughing with Mark Henry; they was laughing at Mark Henry. When somebody told me that, well, people still remember the sexual chocolate, so apparently that got over. No, people remember it as a fucking joke, just like they remember the finger poke of doom. It goes together, you know. I'm sick of WWE doing these stereotypical gimmicks. I really am. I can't get mad at it no more because it proves how sad the state of wrestling is. You got him up there from Funkland using a gimmick that was used in like what 2004. The gimmick was already used in 2004, ladies and gentlemen. It really was. So if the gimmick was already used in 2004 and it didn't get over with the fans, what make you think getting a bigger, fatter one is gonna basically work? But it's so funny how we promoting this be a star thing, but yet you're doing stupid stuff to a guy who let it leaked out that he was going to be squashing John Morrison. Instead of finding him like normal companies do, or like normal other everyday companies do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give him a stupid gimmick, a stereotypical gimmick, and bring it out there. But I like how all you fans out there are loving this gimmick. So I guess if I was working at WWE, since you like this gimmick so much, you know what I would do? I would get R-Truth, or I would get Percy Watson, have him come on with blackface, right? Put some white makeup around his lips, put some lipstick on, red lipstick on him, have some gloves on him, and call him, Showtime Percy Watson still. Have him come out with a bucket of chicken in one hand and a watermelon in the other hand, and let him eat both of them at the same time, and have a gimmick where he grabs the bucket of chicken off the desk and sit up there and eats it, and go ahead and he gets super strength and win the match. Apparently, you'll like that type of stuff. People are gonna, and I know people are gonna come on here and say, "What about Festus and stuff?" I hated that gimmick too. I thought that it was a stereotypical gimmick because stereotypical gimmicks does not need to work in this day and age. Who still says funk in this day and age? Who still says funk? I mean, it's like when R-Truth was saying crunk in 2010. Who's still saying that? Apparently the powers that be at WWE is trying to be so hip and cool that they forgot that this is 2012 and not 1975 to 82. Apparently, the thing that's so jokey about this is that you had Brodus Clay, a big guy that can replace the Big Show, Mark Henry, and Kane when they leave because they don't have that much time left. But you give him a stupid stereotypical gimmick like this and sit up here and want the fans to enjoy it. And like most of you fans have done, you sit up there and you ate the bait. You sit up there and you just ate the shit that they was giving you, and now WWE can take you to the slaughterhouse and kill you for meat. Because that's basically what they've done with this gimmick. I mean, a monster guy. So WWE, and people saying, well, WWE is trolling. Last time I checked, in the YWC, you don't really like trolls. So now you like it when WWE trolls? You're kind of contradicting yourself here, brothers and sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, you're kind of contradicting yourself. Because how can you like one thing and don't like the other? It doesn't make sense. Choose a side, please. Hurry up and choose a side. But it's not like that's the only stereotypical gimmick going on right now. I mean, look, you got David Otunga being the whipping boy for Big Johnny, or Master Johnny. But I don't want to get too much into that. I don't want to get too much into the stereotypical thing. But the thing that I'm finding is that I cannot like this gimmick. And WWE, apparently a lot of youth out there are saying, well, who the fuck are us because we don't have a company. Let me tell you who the fuck I am, okay? Let me tell you about a guy who found a way to volunteer for a indie wrestling company. I'm not gonna say the name because it is what it is. But I volunteered when they used to come to my town and help them set up rings, help them set up the rings, help them sweep, help them set up chairs, for free, for volunteering because they didn't have the money to get over, to pay anybody, to pay the extra help. So they asked people to volunteer that might wanted to do something in the wrestling business. So I went down there because I love the wrestling business so much that I was willing to work for free to help out the wrestling business. You know what I mean? So sit up here and tell me that I'm not being a fan or I'm being too markish. It's because I hate to see the wrestling business in this state. I hate to see that we have to go ahead and give Santino Marella a stupid Italian gimmick. I hate to see that we got to give Kofi Kingston, who's from Ghana, who's probably proud of his heritage, to go ahead and do a gimmick from Jamaica, just to pander to a certain group of people, when he's probably a proud Guyana, West African guy. I hate to see stuff like this, guys, because it's just saying that we're not evolving, we're devolving. We're going backwards and backwards and backwards and recycling stuff because we don't have no more ideas. That's what we're doing. We're basically the same movies that people criticize for being remakes. That's basically what WWE is today. You know? I'm so sick and I'm so tired of sitting up here getting mad at stereotypical gimmicks that I can't do it anymore. I can't get mad at it because it's just so sad. And it's so sad to see people loving this. But the funny thing is that this reminds me of the movie Bamboozled. So if y'all ever seen Bamboozled, go check it out. And there's a scene on Bamboozle where they're asking people in the crowd questions, and a lot of people that saw Bamboozle know what I'm talking about. And that's what it seems like the Brodus Clay thing is. It seems like it's that scene from Bamboozle, and you guys haven't realized y'all are accepting bullshit. That's what it is. This guy who could have been a great new era big guy, a King Kong Bundy, maybe a new Big Show. But no, we don't want that. We want Funkasaurus. You know what I mean? We want to catch the plane to Funk Planet. So go ahead and catch that shuttle to Funk Planet, guys. Go ahead and go to Funkland. Because all you're doing is letting WWE know. Because WWE knows that their ratings are down, their buy rates are down, their merchandise sales are they're kind of mediocre, but they're never gonna touch the Attitude Era or the 1980s or or the Rock and Roll era or the Ruthless Aggression era because they're not. I'm not saying that let's bring back those eras, but I'm saying let's bring in a new era. Let's go ahead and try something different. Let's stop the stereotypical gimmick because we all know wrestling is a work. We all know that we all use the internet. We all, if we have a favorite wrestler, we can go look up that wrestler information and find out where that wrestler is really from and who that wrestler really is. We all can do that nowadays because there's so much information on the internet. But I can't get mad. All I can do is sit up here and just be sad for the wrestling business because people saying, well, how dare us say that the wrestling business is how we're not looked at by mainstream people anymore. Well, they're doing business with mainstream people and they're going on like George Lopez singing and jucking and jiving for people. They're not taking the wrestling thing serious. They're taking it as, okay, well, the only reason why I'm inviting you on here because I'm a wrestling fan. And that's it. Because I want to talk to you because I'm a wrestling fan. So go ahead and enjoy these type of gimmicks, guys, because all you're doing is just supporting a dying company. Because the company keeps going the way it is, you act like it's big. Like this company is so big that it's gonna engulf itself. I remember when I was like 15 years old, and somebody said that America can actually go into a depression stage, and I laughed at that because I thought, well, America's the richest country in the world. It could never go through a depression stage. Look where we at now in 2012, guys. Look where we at now. Look at the recession we're going through. Look at the things we're going through. What makes you think WWE can't be that same company? Can't fall like WCW or ECW or WCCW or AWA. What makes you think that that company cannot fall like their predecessors did before them? It can happen. And the way WWE's going, it seems like they don't care because they're not trying to do anything to make the company better. And that's sad. And that, to me, I can't get mad at it no more. All I can do is just sit up here, shake my head, and feel sad for it. Because instead of trying to make wrestling better, they just keep depressing it and making it worse. And it's just, you can kind of see the writing on the wall for wrestling. I mean, look at a lot of the guys in the indies that's trying to make it. Look at them all. Look at everybody that's in the wrestling business, and look how much money they're getting paid to do stuff when as Hall of Famers. I mean, guys in the Hall of Fame now that's Hall of Famers, they go do an indie show and only getting paid 500 when they probably could have got paid like thousands just to go to the indie show because wrestling isn't that type of novelty anymore. It's just at a sad state, guys. So just think about that when you cheer on this Brodus Clay gimmick and when you sit up there and laugh at it because guess what? You're just laughing at that same part in Bamboozle that happened. Yes, the movie was a terrible movie, but it did have good points in it. So just think about that as you enjoy this Brodus Clay gimmick. I'm out. Don't do this to me. And why? I get so close